Hi Year 7, Mr. Tapley here for your next lesson of Year 7 Humanities. This lesson we're looking at developing our understanding of livability, which is our major topic for Year 7 Geography, and understanding the different geographical factors that impact our health and happiness. Success criteria is to define livability, so what does that term mean? And understand how different factors can positively and negatively impact livability. I recommend you check out this video up here, the most livable cities in the world, just 3 minutes long. A few of those places might surprise you. Might be a few Australian places in there as well, so definitely check it out. So, what is livability? The creation of ancient civilizations and modern cities does not occur randomly. There are a number of livability factors that impact our quality of life and that influence the decision of people to live in a specific location. So when we looked at ancient Greece and ancient Australia, where those cities, those settlements were developed, wasn't random. It was dependent on livability factors. So access to water, access to food. If we had studied ancient China, if we had had time to, like I'd like to, you would have seen how the very, very famous, can't pronounce it, Yangtze River, I apologize for butchering that pronunciation, in China influenced ancient Chinese civilization, which has then had an impact on modern China. If you were asked to create a new city for thousands of people to live, if I gave you $10 million, it's not happening, and I said, go build us a new city, you wouldn't just start building in the first place you found, unless you were very lazy, and you wouldn't build whatever you wanted. To create a livable location, you need to address concerns such as access to food and water, hospitals, education, housing, and all sorts of other livability factors. So all of those things impact livability. So our ability to live, basically, to be healthy and happy in somewhere around the world. The following slides show places from around the world with different levels of livability. So it could be high or low livability, and different livability factors, such as access to food and water. So you can see we've got pictures from Japan, America, Johns Hopkins Hospital, Rice Terrace Farm, Southeast Vietnam. Never heard of that place. So what I'd like you to do is to go through those images and identify which livability factors are represented in the image, and then explain why or how this factor can impact our quality of life. Complete the responses to each image in your digital notebook. I've given you a little example of one down here. So I've got a picture of a nice house in suburban Mount Waverley, or is it Glen Waverley? I can't remember. But what I've done here is image A. So this is what I'd be writing in my digital notebook. So image A, I believe this image represents the livability factor of blank. So I'm identifying that picture as housing. So that's one of the things. This isn't the entire list, but that's a few ideas to get you started. That's one of the things that will impact our livability. Our health and happiness is impacted by housing. So that's the first thing I need to do. Next, I have to explain why it's important. So if we don't have a home, we have no shelter from the weather, we have no safety and security for our family, and we have no place to rest, recover, store our things, etc. You need a house, basically. So that's what you're going to be doing for all the pictures in this slideshow. So I'd look at this photo and I'd say, okay, what in this photo is important to my life? What geographical factors, what environmental factors can improve my health and happiness if I lived here? And then explain, so identify what it is. So image 1 in my digital notebook, I'm going to say image 1 represents the livability factor of blah. And then I would say, this is important to our livability because blah. Then I'd do the same for image 2, 3, 4, 5, the picture of Shanghai, very pretty. Hong Kong International Airport, very large airport, and then British Museum in London. So that's what you're doing this lesson, guys. You're just going through each of these images and identifying livability factors and explaining why they're important. So a couple of sentences per picture, per slide. If you have questions about that, again, please let me know. You can leave a comment in Google Classroom in your digital notebook, or probably the best way to contact me is via email. I'm very quick at responding to these emails. But yeah, hope you're well, guys. Best of luck with this, and cheers.